episode today. This episode would be a continuation of our last episode, which we have seen was related to PNID. In that, we have seen what is PNID. So, today we are going to see how we can extract important information like material takeoff (MTO), which you can also call as BOQ. Of course, there is a difference between the material takeoff and bill of quantities, but you can take this MTO from PNID, and how this can be done, that we are going to see today. So let us start this session. Before we proceed ahead, I would request you that it is very important for us to subscribe to our channel and also press the bell icons for further notifications. Also, we would insist you to share our channel to as much as possible your friends, so that they also can subscribe and we can grow our community and provide the knowledge to the people. So let's move. See, in the project, whenever we start a project, for example, if we are starting a detailed engineering project, in the beginning stage, we have very little information. So what information we have is P and ID and PFD basically. So if we have to estimate the cost of that project, so almost 50% of the cost belongs to the material, and the remaining cost is services and manpower. So this 50% cost of material has to be estimated, even though in the beginning stage of detail engineering we have no 3D model or we have no drawings from which we can get the length of pipe, we can get the number of fittings, number of walls, type of different walls with their quantity. So once we have this type of walls, type of pipe, type of elbows, and with their respective quantities, then we can place the order and we can get the budget of that project. So it is very important that we should have the budget in the initial stage. Based on the budget, the finance people can apply for loan, or they can think about how to collect the capital. So it is very important that we should have a certain quantity. So in this case, the PNID plays a big role in getting these quantities. So we will see what are these different stages, project stages, and first stage is the inquiry stage, that is called as early MTO stage also. In this stage, as we have seen, we only have the PNID with us from where we can get the information. So this is called inquiry stage because we are estimating the quantity of material that will be required for that project, and we are going to place the RFQ, request for quotation, with the vendors who supply those material. So this will be inquiry stage because we will get all the inputs from these vendors related to the cost, the weight which we are going to, the weight of that material. So this information of about the pipe fittings, walls, special items, everything is obtained in the inquiry stage from the PNID. So based on this information, we place the orders in the beginning, and during the 30% completion stage, the project is completed 30%. That means big bore 8-inch and above lines, pipe lines are modeled with their walls and all the inline items. Then all the equipments are modeled based on some preliminary data sheets, and here you have certain information with you available. So in this case also we use the PNID to cross check the material that is extracted from the model, and then we tally with the PNID. So PNID will be the basic document, will be a very key document, principal document. So we will tally the model MTO extracted from the model with PNID, and we will consider the higher side. So okay, then in the next stage, the model is further developed to the 60% completion stage. In this stage, we extract the drawings. Again, in this stage, we have to consider the MTO from PNID and then also from the model, and then we have to tally both the cases. In certain companies, they don't go for with the MTO from PNID, but it is advisable at every stage to estimate the MTO from PNID except 90% stage, because at 90% stage your model itself is sufficient to give the accurate MTO. Okay. But if you extract, if you estimate the MTO at 90% stage also from PNID, then it is the results will be far more accurate. After 60% completion of the model, generally the drawings are extracted and the fabrication of the piping and other supports, everything starts after 60%. So 60% is the breakaway point from where your fabrication starts. So once the fabrication starts, then it is very difficult to change the drawing or change any layout, because already the things are transported to the site and they are already construction has begun. So in the 90% stage, your PNID and your model will tally it will match almost, since your inputs, you have good number of inputs and this project is in final stage. So why we do all this exercise? Because we have to make sure that whatever budget that has been allocated for the project, we have our project cost should always fit in that budget. So for that, it is very important to estimate the material quantity at every of these stages which are mentioned below. Inquiry stage, that is the early MTO, then 30% completion stage, 60% completion stage, and 90% completion stage, which is a final completion stage. In some practices, we also have a pre-final MTO. Pre-final MTO is in between the 60 and 90% stage. So for more accurate results, generally the EPC, that is engineering, procurement and construction companies, where the saving of material has a very big impact on the project overall cost, they also go with that pre-final MTO stage. So now we will see how exactly we can take the MTO from the PNID. So this is a PNID document which is in front of you, and we will highlight one part. Okay, this is the part which is inside the red window, and we will zoom that part and we will see this. So in this case, we can see there is one line, this line 6-inch VCS 50301-B1E. Okay, so this line starts at this nozzle. We have the arrow which shows this is a slope line. Then here we have a flange. Then there is a T. The T is 6-inch, and this line is also 6-inch. So 6-inch by 6-inch, one equal T. Then there is a reducer which is 6-inch into 2-inch. So that means this portion of the line is 2-inch. And at the here we have a butterfly wall, and at the flange of first flange of the butterfly wall, this line ends, and the second line, that is 2-inch VCC 50301-A1F starts. Okay, this is how we can take the MTO from PNID. Of course, we are going to see in the next coming slides, and there is a limitation when you take the MTO from PNID. The the limitation is you cannot accept the pipe length and number of elbows. You can get everything from PNID. Every item is covered like T, reducer, walls, flanges, gaskets, bolts, whichever are required for that given project, everything can be estimated except pipe length and elbows. This pipe length and elbows we can get this information from the elementary layouts which are developed in the preliminary stage. So now we will see this in here we have again zoomed further this line, and we will see that this is having RSP. Here you have seen. Okay, so this is a removable spool piece. So why this removable spool piece? That is why there are two flanges, two flange joint. Because if suppose this equipment has to be removed for some maintenance purpose, that time it may swing here and there, this equipment may swing here and there. So this RSP spool piece will be removed and then the equipment can be lifted by crane. So it is a safety for this piping system. So now we will see how to take the MTO. So this is a chart where we have estimated the MTO. So now let's see that first is the flange, 6-inch flanges. How many 6-inch flanges? 1, 2, 3 flange. 3 flanges are there which are 6-inch, and one more flange which will be 4 flange. So here we have 2 plus 1 plus 1 it should be. Okay, the same thing for gaskets, 1 gasket, 2 gasket and 3 gasket. Here the gasket quantity is right, flange quantity we have to change. And what will be the bolts, studs, stud 1 set here, 2nd set and 3rd set. So 3 sets of bolts are required. Then you require a reducer which is concentric reducer, let's say RC, which is concentric reducer 6-inch by 2-inch, and it is 1. Then you require T. What size T? 6-inch by 6-inch, which we have seen in the earlier slide. So here you have to add one more flange. So total 2 plus 1 plus 1, that will be 4 flanges. So how I estimated this? This is 1 flange. Then here, because of this side flange is actually a nozzle of this equipment. So here you need not have to get 1 flange, only 1 flange here. Then this is 2nd flange, 3rd flange and 4th flange. So total 4 flanges are there. Okay, so this is how we have taken the MTO from the PNID. And most importantly, there are some rules which you have to follow. If you follow these rules, there will be no confusion at all in the later stage, because if you don't follow this rule, then everything will get messed up. So the first rule is that whenever you take MTO of a certain line, highlight that line with a highlighter, maybe say yellow color for color coding, yellow color. So once your PNIDs become completely yellow, that means your MTO is done. Second point, always start a line from the start point and not from the in between anywhere. Like this line starts from here, so start this line when you are in this PNID. This is very important because there are many lines which are coming from other PNID and they appear in the PNID which we are working. Okay, so don't consider those lines. Those lines will be considered when their originating PNID, we will start working on their originating PNID. Like there are 4 PNIDs, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there is one line which is coming from first PNID to second PNID. Now I am working on second PNID, for example. So I will not consider MTO of that line which is coming from first PNID when I am working on second PNID. So at the time, so that is why it will not be highlighted yellow. So at the time when I will start working on the first PNID for MTO, I will get that line which is not yellow, and I will start working on that line. I will estimate the MTO of that line and highlight it starting from the first PNID, and then I will highlight the other side of the PNID, other side of that line which is in the second PNID. So that is how that line will be completed. Okay. So if we follow this pattern, this is the second rule. If we follow this pattern, then there are less chances that we miss some lines, or we estimate those MTO twice or maybe thrice. So this will not happen. If we don't follow these two rules, then there are chances that the MTO may be wrongly estimated on higher side or on the lower side. So this is all about estimating MTO from PNID, which is a very important activity, and the whole budget of the project is dependent on this activity. So these kind of important short technical videos, and it is very important for us that you provide your valuable comments in the comment section of this video. And again, we insist you to share this video with your friends so that they also can join this knowledge gathering important session. It is not a one-way communication. We also invite communication from you about our videos, and also suggest us some other topics which would be interesting for you. We are also planning a biofuels session in coming videos, so keep watching our channel and stay connected with us. Thank you. Thanks for watching.